morning. Let's see if we got this right. Ah, I think this I think this is better. I think this is better. Let me just scooch over here. Hey, good morning. Oh, y'all, child. I changed the title this morning because I got a headache doing my research. I just before we start, hello Scott. Hey Big Mike. Thanks for the live yesterday. I enjoyed it. I actually made a list for us, a playlist. So I'm gonna put it on the community page as soon as I do a little thumbnail. It was really good. You're so smart and knowledgeable. Like, how do you know all this stuff? Shout out to Big Mike and Gardis. Let me tell you something. Big Mike brought up Mayor Cermak. And that's the next subject I want to talk about because I had no. Did you guys know a Chicago mayor of ours named after what Cermak Road? I think it is. Um, he was assassinated by a bullet meant for a former president. This is so interesting. Sad, but I'm like, I never. They didn't tell me this. This is better than history class. So thanks, Big Mike, and thanks to Gardis for. Sorry, I can't contribute as much as I want to. I really that I can't because you guys really have me flabbergasted with the things that you speak of and your knowledge of history to be so young. Like they'll go back to 1901, 1800s. I'm like, man, you guys really know Chicago politics. So thank you. Um, I tried to change the title a little bit. Oh, Cynthia, Wyoming. Everybody, hello. Thumbs up the video. 23 people in here. Let's thumbs up the video. We're going to do a little memory lane. We're going to talk about that St. Patrick's Place on 15022 South Lincoln in Dolton. It used to be the old animal hospital. But I changed the title because I'm not ragging on the company. The part about this video, my thoughts about this video is, huh? Like, okay, so right now everyone's fighting locally in the news. Tiffany forgot to give them liquor licenses. Now, if you guys didn't forget. I said forget. Hold on. She didn't forget anything. She didn't give them their liquor license. So now all of Dolton is like fighting for the St. Patrick's Place to open. Where just 8 months ago, do anyone remember this? Is it just me? I be like, see, this is what gets me in trouble. Hit the like button if you can contribute to the channel. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Helps me bring more lives and more content. Because this research is so much. Just you hitting the like button is enough. So, does anyone recall this? I'd be like, am I the only one that asks questions? And I think that's why people can't tell or they want me to be on the side. Scott Johnson, it was an unsafe abomination 8 months ago. I have about 4 interviews, and I have privated a lot of my videos. I have to redo my channel and update it, you guys. But I'm going to play one of them, and it was with Miss Mary Avant. She was upset about it. And actually, how I can recall, one of my first tea with the trustees, I went in incognito. I didn't say hello, and this is before they knew I was Burgundy Blue. My first tea with the trustee meeting ever, they were talking about how we're going to get rid of this building in Dolton because the people contributed money to Tiffany campaign. Now, this is stuff you guys, this is just public information. I knew nothing about this. They were riding by the building, catching people hanging off the building. They were talking about how the people that own St. Patrick's, sorry, let me pull St. Patrick's up. How Kamal let's talk about the liquor license first. Let's just go there cuz this is in the top of the news. Like a whole court thing. And I remember 8 months ago they were saying how Tiffany closed down Mr. Rinky's because of St. Patrick's. Like took away. This is what they were saying on the streets. They said on interviews that Tiffany took away Mr. Rinky's and what was the other one, Pablo's, because they wanted to give the building their liquor license. And if you didn't know, I learned through research from you guys that these people, this family, they bought Emporium Liquors in Dolton. So they already had a thriving business. If I'm not mistaken, no, that's not the one Mr. Rinky's. I about to say Mr. Rinky sold his liquor store to them. It might be the one. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. But they have Emporium Liquors in Dolton already, right? So now they built this building from the ground up. Okay. Right. You guys remember that? They used to own Liquor City. That's what it was. Thank you. They've had a groundbreaking. They were like, I have several interviews. People are like, this building is out of nowhere. It's not even, it doesn't even match the neighborhood. And I never agreed with that because I was like, US Bank is right across the street. They have a rooftop. People have parties up on that rooftop. So it's no difference. And then that animal hospital, it just was a horror. It was an eyesore. Just sitting there, not thriving. And they were trying to shut the business down. Okay, so let's go to, let me see if I can save this. While we, so Conscious have been doing the breakdown of, the warrantless and donations and things like that. Yeah. Okay, so Tracy, you with me? So Reality Check TV swung through and gave on-site coverage. Sure did. And you know why? The May 6th board meeting. Let's play a little bit of that board meeting. Let's start there. I'm going to go grab me some water because I sat up here and just burnt my tongue on my tea. I called myself not getting coffee, and for some reason I needed my tea to be extra hot. So let's look at this May 6th board meeting, and then we'll look at let's start with the clip. No, let's start with the news clip. Cause this is what confuses me. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not on anyone's side. I'm just like, why don't anything get solved or resolved? Like, no one want to come back to us and say, yeah, our bad. The building is straight. Da 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 da. Remember, it was this whole thing where the taxpayers had to pay them. Now Tiffany Henyard is criminal. What they call her? She's criminally something contempt of court over the liquor license. Let's look at this. I'm like, okay, I cannot. That's why I can't wait for this election to be over. I'm like, can this election just be over, please? Can it just go away? I really just, whoever made the best person win. Can this election just come and go, and we get back to, because this stuff just, it makes my head spin. All right, let's listen.
The South Suburb.
Personal reasons, even though it was her job to do it. They're months long.
Developing tonight in the south suburbs, more controversy involving Tiffany Henyard.
The Dolton mayor held in contempt of court this morning in a case over liquor licenses. WGN's Jenna Barnes has the latest.
Well, the attorney for the owners of this restaurant here behind us say they believe Henyard didn't sign those liquor licenses for personal reasons, even though it was her job to do it. Their months-long fight came to a head this morning when a judge found Henyard in contempt. Attorneys for the owners of this 3-story restaurant and banquet hall, St. Patrick's, say the business will finally be able to open after a judge found Mayor and Liquor Control Commissioner Tiffany Henyard in contempt and forced her to sign the liquor licenses she'd allegedly been stonewalling for months.
It's been a challenge, to put it mildly, but it's really shouldn't be so difficult. This is an ordinary event. to get liquor licenses issued.
Attorney Adrian Vukovich sued on behalf of the restaurant's owners back in August. He says Henyard repeatedly promised to issue the licenses the village board already approved, but she didn't. She made that promise again in open court on Wednesday, and when those licenses still weren't signed Thursday.
Okay, so this is where the disconnect come in for me. This is where, if she's the liquor commissioner, okay, excuse my French, told you I just burnt my tongue. If she's the liquor commissioner, how did the board approve the liquor license? Now you guys who know this, please chime in. I'm not trying to, just so you know, I'm not trying to say anything weird. Just how did they approve the liquor license when we've seen at numerous board meetings they said they can't approve any liquor licenses because the mayor is the one that approved the liquor licenses, and then they never approved. I have it all on tape, on video, VHS. They didn't approve the building, let alone, they said Tiffany just went ahead, sold the building, gave them their licenses. Now we're going to review this. I have more. I don't know if I'll be able to get through all of this. Gave these people the license to build with no license to build, no village approval. But now they approved the liquor license and Tiffany wouldn't sign on it. Well, why do you need Tiffany's signature if you approved it? I am confused. And that's what I be saying. Like, I just be like, huh? And then people get angry, but I'm like, no. Y'all have to just really stop, slow up, and listen. So now we're supposed to party in a building now that Tiffany's gone. Now we post a party, and there's no disrespect to the Kamaras. I think their name is the Kamaras. But now this is what they put out there for 8 months. So I'm not blaming them. Now we post a party in the building. Now that Tiffany gone is cool. Now let's make sure we have the Clean House 2025 election party there. What? That's all I be saying. Can we get some clarification? Like, our bad, we worked it out with them. We found out they were good people. You know, something, am I asking for too much? That's what I be saying. Things are getting resolved / clarified. That's not how propaganda works. Nowhereville. Yes, that's what we're going to call it. And look, go to my interviews. I'll play a clip. What did I tell y'all? I said, I told you this. I said this. Being a Dolton night, I said, there's no way that they're not going to frequent that building. It's a power move for the building. That's the ritziest place in Dolton. So they're going to want to be like, this is where the mayor hangs out. This is where the trustees hang out. This is where we meet for lunch and sign that. Remember, Village Hall is going to close down. And all the signatures and stuff is going to be happening at this building because it's steak, it's drinks, it's ritzy, it's up the street. I said that. I said, there's no way they're not going to want to be in that building. People are going to want to be VIP to get in that building. They're not going to want to wait in line. They're going to want to park and pass. That's just what it is. I've said that since the beginning. Now, Burgundy was right. Thank you, Big Mike. I missed this. Hit that like button before I play anything. You right, Big Mike. This is interesting. They were gonna Cynthia. Is it just us? I think we the only ones that be listening. Like, and that's what piqued my interest about Tiffany. Actually, not just the building, but I was sitting up there like, man, this. Excuse my French. I was like, this broad is messed up. Not only is she taking money from cancer patients, she's closing down these other small buildings to open up her boyfriend's building. I said all that. What was the other thing? Her boyfriend got a car wash and don't have a water bill. I said all this. I was like, oh my God. Then I went to that tea with the trustees meeting and I was like, man, this building isn't structurally sound. They have this is what they were saying, illegal immigrants. This is what they were saying on the streets. like on the YouTube and the that was another thing. Did anybody recall, if you're from the area, Tiffany was going to ship all the illegal immigrants, they call it, to the Dolton police station to live. What happened to that? But instead of that, she sent all the immigrants to build this building without a license. It was in my head. I'm like, no, I can't. I cannot. It was in my Sorry, head. Guys. Oh my goodness. The paper, the back of the check. Mm. Hey, Brandon, Cynthia, Michael. I'm gonna listen to this. Let's get some more likes in there. I'll be back when we get to 30 likes, you guys. I have 74 people watching. Ain't no way. I'll be back. You right, Big Mike. they be stubborn over here. They they hate it. Hit the likes, you guys. Come on, it's free. Hit the likes. Hit the likes. You can hit the like button, it's free. But while I'm here, I don't want to bore you guys. Tracy, how are things going? Michael, how's life? Cynthia, Brandon, Potato, Wyoming gal. Scott, what's new? We're just waiting on 2 more likes, guys. We could just keep on. Yeah, Monday at 6 p.m. they said. I put it on my page, on my community page. It sure is. Oh, you guys, thank you for I got a lunch cash app yesterday. I want to put thank you. I'm gonna send a thank you. I didn't even log in. Because we're saving our cash apps to do to do something special election day. So what we're gonna do is hope, because we got a lot going on behind the scenes, but what we're gonna do is give you full coverage at the polls and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make sure my people are warm. We got the hand warmers, we got the hot cocoa. So that's what we're planning. Something different. We don't know. If it's too cold, we'll just sit up at the house and talk like sports people and cook. That's the thing, Susan. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so they had to, right? They had to have gotten a permit. Thanks for joining, Susan Wilter. They had to have gotten a permit. You know why? Because that's where the Clean House campaign office is. So remember, Tiffany wouldn't give them a permit to expand. Well, they expanded, and the Clean House campaign office is there. So why nobody ever close? I'm used to resolution. Hey guys, we close this up. You ain't got to tell us all your business. I try not to pry, but y'all was drilling it in our heads for years. Tommy G raised $40,000 for Dr. Scott. Not pocket watching, just saying, she's doing great for the community. Just a little explanation. Hey, you guys, we finally got the permit. Thanks to the trustees. They made sure I got the permit. What's wrong with that? Oh, we got to 25 likes. Let's keep going. Scott, you flew the drone. That's going to be nice. Hey, Larry. What's my box? Tracy said, let me clarify. The papers meaning the engineering report. Yes. Okay, let's get to it. All right, Tracy, we got our 25 likes. Jeesh. It was like pulling teeth. Thanks, Big Mike, for making sure you're grilling today. I know you are, Hiram. I know you are. Prosecco. Okay. let's get back to it, y'all. Thank you for the likes. Like, it puts me in the algorithm. I appreciate you. It's free. It's free. Even if you comment, it puts us in the algorithm. You know what I mean? So thank you. Don't forget the Lansing Journal is having a meet and greet today until 12 if you can make it over in Lansing. Okay. So go to their newspaper. Shout out to Melanie and Carol. Okay. Let's go. Oh, were we here? Yeah, this is where we were.
Issued.
Attorney Adrian Vukovich sued on behalf of the restaurant's owners back in August. He says Henyard repeatedly promised to issue the licenses the village board already approved, but she didn't. She made that promise again in open court on Wednesday, and when those licenses still weren't signed Thursday, all parties were back in court for a hearing Friday morning. Henyard showing up half an hour late.
The judge asked the mayor, will you sign these licenses? And instead of signing them or answering the judge directly, she, began talking in circles. And so that's when the judge made a determination of what's called indirect criminal contempt.
Meaning the judge found her disrespectful to the court's authority. Henyard signed 2 of the 3 licenses under threat of another finding of contempt.
It's
Okay, so why did she only sign 2 of the 3? Why he didn't make her sign all of them? This is what makes my spidey senses go up. And this judge, this would have been a perfect time to put Tiffany in jail. If she's been doing, Big Mike gave me a great statement. It's unethical things is different, but you guys are saying she's doing illegal things. Unethical is totally different from illegal. Y'all saying she doing illegal stuff, holding people livelihoods up and taking candy out of the baby strollers and all this crazy stuff, right? Why he only make her sign something? Something wasn't right with those licenses. That's my opinion. Now, could Henyard be holding something over their head? Yeah, because I'm only telling you. I'm only telling you what I see from the reports. But Tiffany not the only one talking in circles. Some just, what they say, some in the buttermilk ain't clean. Have her sign all of them. Why drag it out? Well, lawyers, they get paid if you come back to court, right? Believe me, I know.
And so that's when the judge made a determination of what's called indirect criminal contempt.
Meaning the judge found her disrespectful to the court's authority. Henyard signed 2 of the 3 licenses under threat of another finding of contempt.
It's serious. It's not something that anybody should want to happen, let alone a public official.
It's up to the judge to determine what punishment Henyard could face. The restaurant owners are still pursuing that 3rd liquor license. They're also pursuing sanctions and damages. We've reached out to Henyard's attorney for comment on this contempt finding and have not heard back. In Dolton.
Make her sign them all. Why? So let's hear Max Solomon side of the story. That's Tiffany attorney. Hit the like button, guys. And hey, Miss India, it's good to see you. I think this might be this report here. Let's get past this ad. Let's see what you got to say. Taking, yeah. Holding the toys hostage. Since she single-handedly, let's watch this. I'm sorry, guys. Since she single-handedly fleeced both the village and the township, she's such a mastermind. My butt, everyone's hands were in the cookie jar. Yeah. I'm just sitting here like, okay, so why these poor business owners? Like, I'm trying to, I'm looking at it both ways. These poor business owners too. Look at the man that had the restaurant across the street. He spent, the block looked horrible. He made it look nice. Tiffany didn't give him a liquor license. And look at poor Dr. Scott. I mean, not liquor license, business license. We're hearing from poor Dr. Scott. We're hearing Big Wood is cooking his barbecue and can't get paid. We're hearing all this. this would have been a perfect opportunity to throw her in jail. In my opinion, I don't know. I'm not a judge. If that's what they wanted to do. Oh, I want to mention this. Also, the Lightfoot report is Monday. I got a question. If Lori proves that Tiffany was stealing, factual proof, right? That she single-handedly was stealing. She saw the fingerprints on the cookie jar, as Hiram said. Shouldn't people be there shouldn't the state's attorney, feds, someone be there to take her into custody right then? Or are they going to make her be the mayor for another, 4 months until she leaves office? And we'll still, like if you guys saying, suffer at the hands of her. So if she's really stealing and they really have detail, shouldn't it be some marshals or somebody at her door to march her out? Or will it just be another, ooh, ah. I want to know what's going to happen tomorrow. See, here she goes. She was stealing. So will she still be in charge of the village for 5 months? 4 months? Just asking.
She says the mayor refused to sign paperwork she needed to open her business. The mayor of Dolton was back at a courtroom today. A business owner took legal action after she says the mayor refused to sign paperwork she needed to open her business. Regina Waldrop was in the court for today's hearing.
This is the third time this year that this case has been before a Cook County judge. Today, the owners of the business are able to walk away with 2 of the 3 liquor licenses they applied for, while Mayor Henyard is facing a serious charge from the judge. Frustration and relief for a small business owner.
It's about time.
Tiffany Kamara left a Cook County courtroom with the liquor licenses she needs to open St. Patrick's, a family-owned restaurant and banquet hall on Lincoln Avenue in Dolton.
This should have been over, like he said, in November.
Kamara took legal action after she says she wasn't able to obtain licenses from Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who also serves as liquor commissioner. On Wednesday, Cook County Judge Cecilia Horan gave Henyard until 5 p.m. Thursday night to sign the licenses, but that deadline not met. In court Friday, Henyard signed them after the judge threatened her with contempt. After the licenses were signed, the judge found Henyard in indirect criminal contempt, but she wasn't taken into custody.
There are different kinds of contempt. What that means is that in the presence of the court, the mayor was disrespectful to the authority of the court because she was asked by the judge, will you sign the licenses, yes or no? And instead of answering the judge's question, she was, she didn't talk in circles. So because of that, the judge held her in indirect criminal contempt.
Max Solomon is Henyard's attorney.
It's very important for the people to understand that the documents that were signed today had another entity on there. And
so that was the holdup on yours.
What is that? So you guys that look at all that stuff and look up stuff, can you guys find out what he was talking about? The documents that were signed had another entity on there. So was that really the holdup? Was it not in, let me just say, was it not in St. Patrick's name and it was really, let's say they got the building. This is just my assumption. This is not fact, okay? I want to be clear. We're listening to Mac's side of the story. So today she signed the licenses. It had another entity on there. The judge and the lawyer said out of 3 licenses, she only signed 2. What was wrong with that third license? So now you got the 2 licenses. So let's say they bought the building under Food for Less. Okay. They bought the building under Food for Less. And then here come Jewel Osco wanting to get a liquor license in their name because Food for Less don't want the responsibility or whatever. I don't know. So what was, I'm confused. Now, could Tiffany have been holding up the whole process? Yeah. I'm not saying no. I'm saying something just is not adding up. Like he said. Okay, let's read what Big Mike is saying. because he said it correctly. Another company's name. So what would be your prediction? Anybody? Um, why? Hold on, let me listen to this again. He said the ones that were signed today had another entity on it. So another, I knew that was another person's name, but are we saying that they got the document right and it had St. Patrick's name on it this time? Or is it a whole entire another business name? Big Mike, I guess it's a new business name.
They had another entity on there.
She didn't talk in circles. So because of that, the judge held her in indirect criminal contempt.
Max Solomon is Henyard's attorney.
It's very important for the people to understand that the documents that were signed today had another entity on there. And
So that was the holdup on your.
that was the holdup. That was the only thing.
Kamara says she's lost time and money. She says she wants Henyard to pay.
We want her to be fined. We want her to pay my client's attorney's fees. And we want damages.
We are wasting money every day. This building, nice building that people could have used, and jobs.
As for that criminal contempt charge, the judge is giving Mayor Henyard time to respond. This matter heads back to court next week. Reporting from Daily Center, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
I don't know. It's something weird. So, what do y'all think? Let me look at your comments, and then we're gonna get into what they used to say about this building. The hold up all these months. I heard Keith Freeman had the licenses read. Oh, I forgot about Keith Freeman. Remember the barbershop, Cynthia, poor Mr. Isom, ready and gave them to the judge before court. Oh, entity meaning another company or person on a license. That's what he's saying. Okay. Ooh. Jonathan Doe says that place is a restaurant and a banquet hall. My guess the third license is for the banquet hall. Okay, thanks for that. And do you guys remember when they were saying it was gonna be a coffee shop in there? Like what do you call that? It was supposed to be like a community space in there. And it was supposed to be a restaurant. It was supposed to be, now it just turned into a restaurant and bar and banquet hall. At first, it was supposed to be multifaceted. I remember that. What he is saying, and this happened a lot under Riley, a liquor store would sell and change names. Oh, okay. Okay. I love this. Big Mike says, the liquor stores under Riley used to have finest. So when the previous owner used to do is sell it to a relative under a new entity so the fines will not be associated with the previous entity name. That, you know what? That went over a lot of people's head. And that's what happened, allegedly, I have to say, to the Shell gas station in Dolton. Remember that whole class? What was it called? Help me out, Big Mike. That class 8, I think it was. They gave the Shell gas station. It just went to another family member, but now they get off on the taxes. But it just exchanged hands because they got rid of a lot of people that worked there. But it just went to someone they knew. So that they did. So now they have to start over fresh. No lottery, no liquor license. They start over fresh, but they passed it on to someone else. Really interesting. Yeah, they got rid of all those previous fines. Yep. You can have a different name on a license as long as they're filed with the state. That's how it works in my state. Okay. I will have to play back, but it sounds like he said the other entities might have been one of the reasons for the holdup. Okay. Okay. So this is when, let's go over when they was beating the poor Kamaras up. Like, I think it's I don't see nothing wrong with it as long as it stays classy in Dolton. Sorry, guys. As long as they keep it classy. I don't know who sent me that. Oh. Somebody sent me something juicy. Oh, my goodness. Ooh. Y'all, these new YouTube channels just pop up out of nowhere. I be like, where did you come from? Okay. Let's go to... Not that you can't. I'm just like, whoa. And y'all talking about that already? Okay. All right, let's go on over to this right here. So y'all, they had put their business out of here. So this is who donated to the Friends of Tiffany Henyard. Okay. And who do we see here? St. Patrick Investments LLC, $5,000. Individual contribution to the Friends of Tiffany Henyard. Y'all was eating them up. Eating them up. Y'all was fighting these people. Eating them up. They can't be trusted. Eating them up. Eating them up. They couldn't even build this building in peace. They are in cahoots with Kamal. Okay. So then let's go to we're gonna go to Reality Check TV video when he went out there. But let's start with the board meeting. I think this is the one. Let's see. Was it this one?
Mary, which says,
okay, let's see if it's this one. And like I said, not ragging on them, but we have to look at what happened. Like, if anybody remembers this stuff, put a 1 in the chat.
that we owe them $4,503. 5-star $122,325. John's Pro Tree Service $155,000 even. K&M Ventures $183,950. Lopez Lawn Maintenance $10,050. Mosca Design $65,700. Pekarsky and Sons $32,360. Raul and Sons $181,950. And White Co Pool Solutions $34,788.58. My amended motion is to approve the bills with the exceptions listed.
Second.
All right. Any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. I have some concerns and hopefully I'll get some answers. First off, have we received the $6.8 million?
Keep going on your questions.
Are you going to answer?
Keep going with the
Okay.
questions because that got nothing to do with the bills. So
That's
something you can call me
grant
back
money
about.
that was already, but okay, so everybody would know that that's the answer because it's not being answered. But on May 3rd, we received the email from Bert Costanza and Carberry, which says that we owe them $4,501.27. They've been requesting this since August 28th, 2023. We once again get here. I don't recall them being on the warrant list. So there's an issue that we pick and choose who we're putting on the warrant list, who we're not putting on the warrant list. What really drew my concern was that someone sent us an email and then we actually spoke to this person on the phone. And the email reads, "Thanks for your call this morning. Per our conversation, see the attached. This engineering firm was hired and has a proposal signed by Mr. Freeman. His invoice number is 1092. He is saying that we owe him $7,482. So of course I asked what was it in reference to. He said that Mr. Freeman contacted him with the help of Ron Smith, who was the engineer, saying that they needed a proposal for 15022 Lincoln. Now I'm concerned because 15022 Lincoln is not our property to my knowledge. So why would we be paying a bill for $7,482? I do know that as being a village that we do have to go through proper protocols and we don't have certified people to do this. But after reading, it says my email to the engineer on record on 11/21/2023 indicating our findings and concern with the request for missing information or corrected drawings to be sent. A letter of our architect indicating numerous deficient items I highlighted for some of your review. The letter of our mechanical engineer indicating deficiency in items for your review. Again, we strongly recommend the construction stop immediately until such time these items are addressed by an architect on record. Now, I'm concerned because the man keep calling about his money and it's never been on the warrant list, but I'm more concerned that beautiful big building at 15022 is not structurally sound because there's a 12-page report that says there are all these issues. So my question, and this is discussion, is somebody please call this man about his $7,000, which I don't understand why the owner would not be paying for this. And then what are we doing in reference to all of the, have anybody followed up about all of these concerns about their property?
Thank you for your concern. Anything else? Anything else?
Yeah, y'all got the answer right there. So y'all know what's going on.
All right. Anything else?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Well, when we just
Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm sorry. So y'all, I was trying to see who sent this to me. Can y'all credit the person? This is not my video. So can you credit, you guys make sure you comment if it's okay for me to say you sent this to me. This is not my video. Oh, am I still muted, guys? Am I still muted? Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry. Is that better? I think can y'all hear me? Hold on. Okay. Sorry. I think my StreamYard went out. It just took me out. Thank you. Okay. So you guys tell me who sent me this video. Because it's not my video. I didn't take it. So here I'm saying, being a safety guy, this picture is disturbing. Yeah, I agree, because this is very important that he doesn't have a belt or something on, right? And people were calling OSHA. People were standing up at the board meetings. They were standing up at tea with the trustees. They were very upset about this building. I don't have a problem with the building. I'm just wondering, can we get some closure on if it's okay now from the officials that told us it was not okay? You know what I mean? Yeah, they called OSHA and everything. It's a lot of videos out there when they were talking about this over and over and over. Yeah. So that's it. So Susan, I know this is off topic. Do you really believe that? I'm not digging at you. Do you really believe that? How much was the check she cashed at the currency exchange? Did you hear? I'm just asking. And if Tiffany cashed this check, have you ever seen, because I heard it was like $500,000, right? And then someone else went on a live and said it was $150,000. when have you known a check cashing place? Okay. Hold 500. Now, they're gonna take a fee out. So let's say she did cash a check for 500,000 and they split it 50-50. Where have you seen a check cash in place hold $250,000? Where have you seen a bank when you're able to you have to order money? A bank, like if I walked into a bank and said, or if I walked into a bank, I have to call a day ahead to say, hey, tomorrow I'm coming in to get $500,000. So they have my money ordered. But do you think a Dolton currency exchange had 500 grand in it? Just sitting there? Chase downtown would have to make a call. Like I remember, like, I told y'all I had a job. It wasn't my cash, but for my job, I think they gave us, like, we had to go to cash, and we needed the cash to complete the job that day. And I think it was like 10 grand, and they were like, it's too early in the morning. Come back a little later. They would like come back in about a half an hour when the truck comes. That's what they told me. They were like, come back in about 30 minutes. The Brinks trucks haven't been here yet. We'll come back. Then we'll accommodate you. But do you think that a check cash in place in Dolton, Illinois, cashed a $500,000 check with one signature? I wasn't there, so I'm not digging on you. Really? And if the bank required 3 signatures, or 2, because I thought it was 2, but if they required 3, who do we blame for the check being cashed with just one signature? I would blame the bank. That was totally, you can't just cash a check and it says it needs to be verified with 2 signatures. And then they went back and said, well, that she stole a stamp. That's not a signature. It was supposed to be 2 signatures. Let me see the back of that check. Let me see deposited. What's his name? What's that guy name? He did a great video on it. Go Political. He tried to find out about the check. He really did. He called the company. He and Conscious did a great video. They found out, no, the check cashing guy did not go to jail for that. No. They did their own investigation. I'm not like a investigation type of person. But just Google it. Or just call your bank. Call your bank and say, hey, I'm coming in today with $100,000 check, and I need all cash. All cash. Just say I need cash. She would have did better going to like the casino and cash. And I think the casino might have like $500,000 on deck or something. But I don't know about the check cash and play. Yeah, that's who it was. Go Political. That's who it was. Thank you. Had a good video on the subject. He debunked the money cash story. He did. He broke it down. He broke it all the way down. He called the construction company. He called everywhere. Hey, Conscious. Oh, you came just in time. We have a question up here. A beautiful new person. I hope you consider staying because we just discussed it. Susan Wilter has a question for you, Conscious. Tiff got the check cashing place closed. Tiff cashed a city check with her own name on it. Should have had 3 council signatures. Now I think this was wrong because wasn't it a check to the construct? Well, I guess it is a city check from the Village of Dolton to the construction company, and she signed it. So how it was so many flaws. The fact that she was able to cash the check. Did she cash the check to the currency exchange? Or did she give the check to the construction person? Now I'm confused. And then they cashed it with one signature. My home said I can't get more than $2,000 from my credit union. I used to work at a bank too. I used to work at a currency exchange in Cali though for a little bit. It wasn't that much. My daughter works at a bank and they don't keep that much on hand and have to frequently order money. Yeah, you have to order money. Winky says my bank would definitely make me give them at least 24 to 48 hours. When you hate somebody, you will believe any shade that comes their way. I think so. Do I think Tiffany is perfect? No. Not at all. I'd be like, Tiffany, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, girl. Your mouth is the one that gets you in trouble, child. Do I think she's stubborn? Yeah. Do I think she's doing every single thing they saying? No. Nope. Hey, Gardis, have fun in the bushes. Tech Group Investments LLC appears to be the name of the entity. Oh, well, who's that? In the court records for the St. Patrick's case, Miss Kamara lists herself as the owner of Emporium Beverage Depot in Dolton. So what does Tech Group Investments have to do with the... See, Brandon, I'm not a good, like, I don't do the deep dive, so thank you for that. So what do they have to do with St. Patrick's? Let's go look. So this was a bystander video, so thank you guys for sending that to me. What else is one that happened? Let's go to one of my old videos. A oldie but a goodie. Let's see. Do I have it here? Let me go to my notes, you guys. Thanks for being here, guys. Let's go to an oldie, but like I said, I'm not crapping on them. I'm not. I'm just like, can we go back? Can we go back to getting where we get answers? Stuff just fly by. And I mean, the same people that told us this, don't bring nobody else out to say it. No, I want the same people that sat at the board meeting and told us that this was the wrong thing, that now this is the right thing. Now it's okay. They resolved it. Cool. That's all. That's all. Let me see if I can pull this up, you guys. Let's go to one of my old videos and then we'll go into some more content talking about Chicago. Let's see. How did I do this? Let me see. How did I do this? Let me go to my YouTube. Let me go to my notes you guys sent me. Okay, let's see if I have it here. You guys are the best. Thanks for your patience. See if it's this. And then we almost forgot about Reality Check TV video. We got to do that. Let's look at Reality Check TV video first. Because he went after that board meeting, after Kiana Belcher said that, Trustee Kiana Belcher, after she said that, this is what Rico did.
How y'all doing?
He was new in the neighborhood, and he went out in the rain and gave us full coverage. Shout out to Reality Check TV. Make sure you subscribe to him. Let me drop his link right here to this video. It's right here. Okay.
There we go.
This all happened May 6th. So the board meeting happened May 6th, and Rico Reality Check TV went out there on May 6th as well, I believe, because it was raining that day. I don't even think he was able to get in that meeting, but here's the link to his video, you guys, right here again. I'm dropping it. Make sure you subscribe while you're over there, because he should probably, because nobody's talking about what happened yesterday. Did you? Sorry, guys, I knocked it to the microphone. No one's talking about the meeting I was at yesterday. I am flabbergasted by this. So it's going to be like a star-studded. It's going to be like the BET Awards on January 31st. All those subpoenas to prove the residency of the senator. It's crazy. But the news didn't cover that. They like, nope. And they said, Berg, you don't either. You in danger, girl. Okay, let's go.
All right, as y'all come into the chat, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. This is the building that they was talking about, 150-22 Lincoln Avenue. That was purchased, that was unsound, that the structure is structurally not.
Now look at Reality Check TV. I love you, man. My bro. Look at how Reality Check TV went and did our deep dive investigation for us just a few months ago. He left the board meeting. He said, this is the building they talking about, y'all. It's structurally unsound. I'm not making this up. This was at the board meeting. This, I'm like, okay. What? I'm like, what? Now it's like, Tiffany, you're evil. You won't give him a liquor license. How did we go from structure to Seagrams? I'm trying to figure this out, okay?
All right, as y'all come into the chat, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. This is the building that they was talking about, 150-22 Lincoln Avenue. That was purchased, that was unsound, that the structure is structurally not sound. Hey, Kiki, I see you, sis. They said this building is structurally not sound. So they bought it for $80,000. They sold it for $200,000 to a Tiffany Alexa Camara. TAK is the LLC corporation that bought this from Tiffany and them. This is the structure right here. They said it's structurally not sound, so I don't know how true that is. As you look in the back, you got plenty of room for more stuff.
Yeah, the building looks good. The building looks good. It really does. It looks great. They did a great job. But but this I'm laughing at. Wyoming, don't make me laugh. Hey, you guys, hit the like button. Consider subscribing. We're only putting out what was told to us. I'm not making any of this up. I'm just wondering, can maybe the next board meeting they could clarify and maybe even apologize if necessary to TAK. So Brandon, you were right. Look at this. 8 months ago, right? He's saying this is the LLC. They said all of that in the board meeting, you guys. This is what they're like. You need. They told me, and I'm gonna play. They told me to report on this business. I was just, you know me, guys. If y'all know me, you know, I'd be like, I'm not getting in these people business. I'm not getting in these people business. But when you make it out there, you're telling it, you're putting it on record at a board meeting, which is why we'll never get these minutes. You're putting it on record at a board meeting. Then I do have questions. Okay, is it safe? Is it sound? Is it okay? I hope so. They put a lot of money into the building. We're just reporting what they put out there. That's it. Why didn't the news report any of this? The news didn't say anything about that man sitting up there. What did you call it? This man is sitting up here with no belt, no nothing. Nobody said nothing about that. But now, oh, Lord forbid, we can't get any Ciroc. Lord forbid. Big Mike, I'm sorry. I meant to send that. I'll send it to your email. I meant to send you how it's so hard from this way to become a member on the channel. Nobody says anything. So Anna, because you know Anna will come over here and just prove me. I'm saying, when they gonna put it on the jumbotron? Don't you think that should be, despite all of that, don't you think that should be an announcement at the board meeting too? Did you see that? Can you send me an email where they reported that it has been inspected by the Illinois Fire Marshal and found structurally sound? And why was it put out there it wasn't structurally sound? Can you send me both? When they said it wasn't structurally sound and when they said it's now structurally sound. I would love that. I'll report on that. Yeah, if he failed, it would have been it. It would have been it. I'm glad he's okay. This building looks beautiful though. I saw they really put some work in it. I was driving by, I saw them throwing the furniture in there. It was really beautiful furniture. They put in great work. It's like we always want to be loud about certain things, then write a 3-sentence. Oh, it's okay. No, be just as loud when it is okay. That's my point.
Plenty of parking. They said it's supposed to be a 4-level platform building for banquets, birthday parties, a restaurant, stuff like that. Maybe a cafe, some kind of lounge. Just not sure. But this is it, y'all. So y'all know it's up, but not all the way done. But according to sources, the building is unsound. It's structurally unsound. It's not structured right. There's a whole lot of issues with it. Yeah, I see the roofing bar, yep. It's about 4 stories. You got 1, 2, 3.
Now, Rico didn't make that up. They told us that at the board meeting. They told us that all over YouTube. They told us that all over Facebook. They told us that at meetings. And I'm sorry, Anna, I missed the part when they did say, oh, you know what? It was inspected by the Illinois Fire Marshal. No, we don't owe that man $7,000. Now we're cool with TAK now. My bad. That's the part I'm missing.
And then you got a floor on top, unless that top floor has a high ceiling. Probably a 20-foot ceiling up there. Yeah. All right, y'all, I was just checking it out, giving everybody a good view of it. Share this video for all different content creators who want a picture or video of the structure. This is 15022 South Lincoln, Dolton, Illinois. This is a property that It was purchased by the administration of Tiffany A. Henyard for $80,000, and they sold it for $200,000. I don't know, John. That looked like it, don't it? Oh, she pulled the wig off. Samaneh from Iranian. How you doing, my brother? All right.
Again, the building I think looks really nice, and I think it's a plus for Dolton, and I always have. I thought it looked really nice. It's something for people to get right off the expressway, can bring some business into Dolton, and hopefully it goes well. Cause sometimes you ever been to a neighborhood place and it turned out really nice and chill and stuff like that. Um, then I'm gonna say like no disrespect, but a lot of places here they said their names was bar and cafe, and it was never a cafe at all, and it really wasn't a bar. It turned into like a nightclub with people twerking on the and I'm not opposed to a little twerk. Go right ahead. Um, but twerking on the counters and then it fights outside the bar. I hope it's not like that. So I hope they could keep it nice and classy for people of all ages and it brings business to Dolton. I'm just saying we're reporting the news on what they told us. Okay. So this was me in April. I had an interview. Now I have several interviews, and this is when around April I got several emails, several interviews from different people saying, "Hey, you know what, Berg? You have to come over there and Jonathan, just I'm reporting the news. I'm just reporting the news. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. I will take care of Tracy. Make sure you don't. Yeah, sugar free. I do. I get sugar free syrup as well. Um, or no sugar. So you guys, um, I started getting emails. Everybody was like, "You need to go over there, cover the St. Pat, the 15022." And I was just like, I never could grasp. And you guys can go to my videos. I never could grasp what was so wrong about the place. It was a business there before, and it just was an eyesore for years. And I do know it's houses across the street, maybe, but behind those houses is a expressway. So it's really like I get it. I get it. Nobody wants to deal with the traffic. What if they can't contain the music when people are on the rooftop and you trying to sleep? How late is their license to be open? So once you have drinks and stuff, right? You have drinks and stuff, things change. The freaks come out at night. And you got people that lived over there for years, and now this is gonna be they only have one way in and one way out. People gonna be driving through the backwoods of their home, all type of stuff. They don't want that, right? So I get it. I see both sides. I see both sides. So this was my interview with Mary Avon this day. And this was in April. And we weren't even talking about the building, but she brought it up. Will people care about all of this once Tiff is gone? Like, people are really concerned about Dolton due to one person. That's very true. Once she gone, people isn't going to care what happens to that building. No. They're not going to care about Dolton. They're not going to care about Dolton at all. That's why I always say, I want you guys, no matter how you view things, look at how many people will have positions in Dolton, meaning possibly on the board, right? That's been fighting. Look at everybody that came to the podium. See how many people will have jobs in Dolton, positions in Dolton, businesses, contracts in Dolton. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be the same thing. I'm just ready for this to be over so weird people can stop like driving down the street in Dolton like like people are going to get hurt. They stop in the middle of the street if they see anything Tiffany. Like, oh my God, I got to stop. Just Be careful. I get worried when I see people do that. I get so worried. They see that BMW coming down the street. They'll stop traffic. I get so worried about that. Okay, let's go to this interview. Hit the like button, guys, if you like these flashbacks.
I wish I could just pass it out to everybody. I mean, I'm fighting multiple battles, and I'm going to stick this in here, although it's not the best thing right now. We've got the building on the corner by where I live, the 6-story building that's going up.
Yes.
They're putting out that I hate them and that I'm against them. That is not it at all. I don't even know the people. They're not friends of mine or anything. I just don't want that structure at the onset of a residential location, a residential neighborhood. I don't want to have to drive past that or the traffic trying to get in and out. I am for economic development.
Mm-hmm.
I applaud anybody that can bring anything to Dolton that helps us. It's the location for me. It's the location and what it could bring to my neighborhood. That's simple. So I'm fighting all around.
And it would probably be fine if you had the infrastructure where it wasn't that way.
Exactly.
But that does make a difference because
these
you
names
think about
is something else, ain't it?
I'm in Indiana, and you think about like there's it's a community, but in this community there is a complex that is down the street.
Mm-hmm.
But it does, you don't hear anything, you know what I mean? But that's the commitment that was made to that community.
Yeah, well, but the difference is too is when you are considered, when you're talked to, a town hall meeting, whatever, when they at least get your buy-in or your input, or it's coming. But for it to just show up,
yeah, that's something.
That's the problem. When you don't consider the community. Now, I've since been told that people in the community were talked to, but there are people a block or so, a block and a half away that don't see the building. It doesn't impact them at all. So, I mean, you're just going through emotion there. That's all you're doing is going through emotion. So you can say you did this when you didn't.
Correct.
And we've got to prioritize what we need to do here in Dolton. We need to get that lawyer out of there.
Yeah,
that's the top priority.
Yeah.
He comes into our town driving a Bentley. You just slapping us in the face because we help pay for it.
Wow.
And then you fight our trustees.
That's a lot of nerve.
You fight our trustees as Tiffany's private attorney, yet you represent the village.
Okay, I'll put that video's on my page. I'll put the link in the description box for you guys to take a look at. It was a long live. It was a long live, and this was right before the rally for the township. You guys hit the like button since you're here. Almost to 50 likes. So Miss Mary did not agree with the building being built. I can agree. Because we talked about that yesterday. Me, Gardis Watts, and Big Mike, we had a conversation about the dailies. Now, Gardis Watts he brought up sorry guys, I'm doing two things at once. He brought up, oh my gosh, what was the name of those? Morgan Park is the name of these, I think it was a small project in Morgan Park. And he brought it up and he was saying his grandfather was like, I'm not for this project over here. I don't want it. And he was like, why would he say that? And I'm paraphrasing. And I said, Gardis, maybe your grandfather saw what it was going to be I don't know if it's Princeton Park. I forgot the name of it. But anyway, they saw what was going to happen in the future. It might have turned out cool to begin with, but then it's like, okay, someone put in here a restaurant, high profit margins. It's kind of hard to own, right? It's not going to be a restaurant for long. It's going to, I just experience, okay? It's going to be ladies free before 9 in about a year. Yeah. Because that's how you make more money. It's going to be a nice new place to go. People going to want to host their parties there. It just is what it is. And they're going to be able to make more money at the door, at the bar, renting out the space. People gonna love to be on a rooftop, selling bottles. That's sort of the economics here. I'm not saying people don't want to sit down and have a candlelight dinner and have a nice steak. It'll start that way. It will. It will start that way. My question is, how did they get the business license? Like Miss Mary said right here, she said, nobody knew it was coming. So how did the business license get approved there? But at the same time, Rucker was trying to open a restaurant across the street from Village Hall, and that business license got held up. Now, go to the future. The trustees approved the liquor license for this business. Then why we got to take, how they approve a liquor license and they're not the liquor commissioners? So now we got Tiffany in court. Now will I say that Tiffany lawyer could be using, you know how you use your angles, like, okay, it doesn't say St. Patrick's. Y'all said it say TAK, right? Could they had try to use word salad to get around? Probably. I don't know. I wasn't there. But it's just something more to this. 2 out of the 3 business licenses were signed. Could be. I love having discussions with you guys. What y'all say? Maybe she signed the 2 for the party part or the restaurant, but didn't sign one for the banquet part. I don't know. We got to stay tuned. So I just think it's important to go through the history of what happened. You know what I mean? And you guys make a decision for yourself. I think the restaurant's a good idea. I'm always sad, just like Mr. Isom Jr., when he couldn't get his barbershop opened. I thought that was going to be a really cool place to see, because it was a successful Jamaican place there, but it closed down. It's just an eyesore, another closed down business sitting there. You know, I don't know. And I was glad to see y'all talking about y'all don't want to see the building. Do y'all remember what happened there? When it was the House of Horrors, the animal hospital. Oh my gosh. Remember that? Hold on. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm gonna play this now.
Investigation now underway into an animal hospital that has been shut down in South Suburban Dolton. 4 dogs were found dead there over the weekend. Several other dogs and cats in poor health were removed from that facility. Eyewitness News reporter Leah Hope is joining us live in Dolton with the latest. Leah.
Cheryl, as you mentioned, there were 10 animals that were taken away from this Dolton Animal Hospital alive. We understand that 8 dogs are being cared for as we speak at the Animal Welfare League in Chicago Ridge. We're still trying to find out what happened to 1 dog and 1 cat that was taken away from this facility. This as Cook County Police investigate and are eager to talk with a veterinarian in charge. The Dolton Animal Hospital has been shut down by the village of Dolton. Inspectors deemed the building not inhabitable. Some clients tell us they noticed a foul odor last week.
It smells a bit funny in there. I thought maybe it was other dogs that were there, that maybe a dog had got sick or had thrown up. But I told my husband, I said, oh, it doesn't smell good.
Her hair is absolutely gorgeous. My goodness. Just beautiful.
Yesterday, Cook County Police and animal control officers found 4 dead dogs and 10 emaciated animals. Officers say they were in cages without food and water. The State Department of Financial and Professional Regulation has a veterinarian at the clinic as having a valid license. Investigators are talking with staff to try and determine what happened and how things got so bad.
There was a fair amount of neglect going on in this facility. Absolutely. Yeah, there's no doubt of that.
Patrice Burton has been bringing her dog here for 12 years and was troubled when boarding her dog because he hadn't eaten even her home-cooked chicken.
We did notice he had lost a lot of weight. And I was upset then, and I'm upset today.
Dead dogs in the basement. He can never come back here.
Fleta Pine saw the reports last night and came to get her dog's records.
I think it's deplorable. I love animals. I think it's deplorable. Deplorable. And he should be stopped.
An investigation now.
Hey, Lady Luck Club. See you. Yeah, so they shut down the animal hospital, and then they tore it down. It was just horrible. It was absolutely horrible, y'all. It was like, what? And he was there for years. So maybe we not trying, like, what we gotta do, like put a puppy in Village Hall for them to like shut down Tiffany or something like that. Like, hey, we got a little cute little I want one of those dogs with a little smashed face. I think those are pugs. I want one of those so bad. We got a cute little pug over here. No one knows where he belongs. And then Kwame Raoul say that is unacceptable. Let's get everybody, get the governor out here now. It's a pug in Village Hall, and he doesn't have a home. Get the governor. Somebody gets the state's attorney. Everybody come out now. Shoot. I don't know. But yeah, that was the history on that building. And I just wanted to share that. I just found that interesting. No one said anything. No one corrected anything. And I think it should be corrected for the business sake as well. Okay? So that's it. Okay. Just crazy. How did that become... Like, how did they get a business license and it open? Okay, so this is what I want to say. This is what. Okay. And I'm done with it. So they got a business license and they open St. Patrick's. Mr. Rucker could not get a business license and he's not open. Okay. Free and Deed couldn't expand that beautiful property they have and get business license and get permits to open up because of Tiffany. Now Clean House Campaign, that's their headquarters. How did that happen? And it's like we never get a final. That's why I can't wait for this to be over. We never get answers. Nothing gets solved. We never get answers. Now we're fighting over St. Patrick. Y'all was treating them like crap for months. Okay? Now, oh, it's Tiffany's fault. No, y'all put out there it's not structurally sound. They're paid by Tiffany. They're related to Kamal. We're at the board meeting talking about it's not structurally sound. We owe $7,000. And then now it's crickets. Okay. Everybody was reporting on, and that I'm done with St. Patrick's. Everyone was reporting on Tiffany being thrown off the ballot. When I went to Village Hall, it was one news camera there. I mean, not Village Hall. Thornton Township yesterday for the electoral board hearing. It was one news paper there. As soon as Tiffany came down the steps, which she ended up coming behind me, y'all, here comes Jenna Barnes and everybody else walking into the building like, oh, she here now. Here they come. Like, come on. Like, nobody want to cover for the community what's going on at all? Okay. What they say on TikTok, is anyone worried about their health? Oh yeah, Keepers. I'm not even trying to even look for answers. Okay. fun. Let's go into Chicago news. Okay, so speaking of the Southland, Thornton Township alum is now coming. I don't know anything about sports, but Antoine Randall L. He was a popular football player from Riverdale, Illinois, right? And he's joining the Bears, not as just on the staff. So let's watch that. I thought that was some good news. I think he went to Thornton, right? And we only know Antoine Randall L. And I'm sorry I have to bring this up, Antoine. It wasn't your fault. I think wasn't he in like the Trapped in the Closet? One of the was that him? He was in one of the Trapped in the Closet videos. I remember that R. Kelly thing. I mean, this is pre all that drama, but it was pretty cool to see that now he is going to be on the Bears. Hold on, let's go to it. Do y'all know anything about sports? So and also a Randall L is running for office in Thornton Township. I don't think, did they make the ballot? I gotta look at it. I gotta see if they made the ballot. I was there to cover it, but I don't recall if they made the ballot. Let's talk about it. Okay, so let's watch PFT Pro Ball. I think this is what it's called. I know nothing about football, but it's pretty cool that Antoine Randall L gets to come back home. I know nothing about sports. What's the dark years called? Yeah, that's a good question, Lady Luck Club. I don't know. Like all this stuff, I don't think any of them went to court. A lot of people went to media. They went to court, though. You're right.
That, or can you not even just be that picky and you got to just take the job that's the best one for you?
It had nothing to do with it. Listen, here's what I'll tell you.
Yeah.
The way I viewed it.
We'll be unstoppable if we could just put a lid on this place.
Territory.
No,
Green Bay gets that
that's the first Dr. Doom reference. 38 minutes.
So I always thought he grew up in Harvey, but I guess he grew up, it says, in Riverdale, Illinois. So that's our neighboring. But it says the Bears adding Antoine Randall L to their coaching staff. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So it says Ben's Johnson staff is because is that the new coach or something, y'all? Because the new Bears coach is expected to add 2 more well-respected assistant coaches. Randall L is following Johnson from Detroit after 4 seasons on Dan Campbell's staff. Randall L played 9 NFL seasons with the Steelers and Washington, and his NFL coaching career began in 2019 with the Bucks. Okay, Harris played 14 to 14 seasons. Okay, so that's it, guys. I just wanted to share that. I thought that was pretty cool. Are we the same age? Let me see. I can't even recall. How do I even know? 1979. Okay, yeah. He went to Thornton Township High School. And I thought that was really cool. So I think he's kind of cool with our state senator too. So I just thought that was pretty cool that we got somebody coming back to Chicago and they're from the Southland. And that's pretty cool. Why do I feel like I'm missing something else very important about him? Let me look up one more thing. So the Thornton Township people should be really excited about that. The Harvey High School is what I want to say. They had a lot of great people come out of Thornton Township, right? Because you have your Napoleon Harris, you have your Antoine Randall L. No, he went to Thornwood. I was about to say Eddie Curry. He went to Thornwood. I feel like they had more. Did Little Rail go there? Where did he go? No, I don't think Little Rail went there, but I feel like it's another comedian that went there. Who else went there? Oh, the Dales. Remember they kind of did the 5 Heartbeat after their story. They went there. Melvin Van Peebles went to Thornton Township. Big Mike, did you know that? Is that Mario Van Peebles' dad? Melvin, he's from Chicago? Why did I not know Melvin Van Peebles? He did Hoodlum. I remember when Hoodlum was that the movie? It was filmed in some parts in Harvey. I remember that. Melvin Van Peebles, Willie Taylor. He's a singer. This is very interesting. So shout out to Thornton Township High School. You got a new Bears assistant coach coming through. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, and he was a teammate of Napoleon Harris in high school. Yeah. This is really interesting. This is really when they were losing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Big Mike said, and to add to my previous statement, I missed your previous statement. The fact that your live views are decreasing since you changed subjects lets me know how it's going to be when Tiffany is gone. Yeah. Oh, they don't want to hear nothing but Tiffany. Okay. So shout out to Antoine Randall L. Congratulations. Only 45 coaching on the Bears. That's great. Okay. So lastly, I want to talk about this lady that was found in the hospital. Okay. I want to talk about that. Did y'all hear about that? What was she doing at this hospital? And how was she found? Y'all, the lady went to the hospital and then she came up missing and they found her on the roof. Let's watch this story. This is so sad. This is in Chicago, a Chicago suburb. And I'm like, you know what, guys? Check on your people. Check on your people. Make sure they're okay. Let's go to it.
You could have asked her for anything. She's a kind person.
Yolanda Adolphus describes her only daughter, 28-year-old Chelsea, as a sweet girl who would do anything for someone in need. Hospital personnel found her on the roof of the Vista Medical Center East in Waukegan Thursday morning. She was unresponsive and moved to the emergency room, where she was pronounced dead some 14 hours later. Her family now looking for answers.
I'm hurt. I'm sad. The way how my daughter death went. And I want answers. I want to give me answers to know what happened to my daughter.
Her family says Chelsea was admitted to the hospital and was staying in a room. It's unclear to them and apparently to investigators how she managed to get on the roof and how long she was there in frigid temperatures early Thursday morning. Her family and friends gather at the family's home just a few miles from the hospital.
Somebody need to give me what happened to my baby Chelsea. That is gone and I will never get back my daughter.
We've got no response to our request for comment from the hospital tonight. Meantime, the Lake County Coroner's Office and Waukegan Police still investigating. They're planning a joint news conference early next week.
I'm interested
At the Disney.
I'm interested in seeing that news conference. Y'all, okay. Being sensitive to the matter. What was she admitted to the hospital for? I want to know that. How did security or staff not catch her get up to the roof? Unless it's like a hospital, people go up there to smoke instead of going outside. I don't know. You know what I mean? I've seen that happen on Grey's Anatomy. I don't know. Y'all got a lawsuit on your hands. She froze to death on the roof. Somebody knows something. Somebody know something. Okay. Okay, so now that we got all the Tiffany people gone, I wanted to go over to Thornton Township, this cool thing. Hold on. So this is what I found. Hold on. Hold on, let me pull it up. So y'all, you know my thing is now reading the here we go. I got it right here. Copy and paste. Oh wow. Did you see that? She should okay, so that's why I'm wondering, was it mental? Was it mental? You know what I mean? Was she's on any kind of watch? I I'm gonna ask. I gotta ask. Cause even the mom's response was like she she knew something. Like they're halfway saying something. You know what I mean? Okay. So let's go over the meeting minutes. We over here. Look, we got a sneak pass. We got a sneak pass. We got because they just be in there trying to screen record and stuff, and it's okay. I get it because y'all send me a lot of stuff too, but I just be like, man, y'all just it's the energy changes. Waukegan, it's in Waukegan. Okay, so let's go to this board meeting. Big Mike, thanks for being here. So y'all, I found this one interesting. Let's pull up two. Hold on, I got this one with the Smiths, and then I got with Michael Smith and Stubbs, because Stubbs made a point, and then I want the one where Tiffany, hold on, she had to approve the bill, where Chris Gonzalez got to call in, and then which and the other one, okay. The one where Don Court spoke. Hold on, because this ties into what we were talking about yesterday. Hold on. Let me go. I downloaded 3 yesterday because we could be Deputy Supervisor Washington. Hold on. Okay, let's start with this one because I don't want to hold you guys up. So this was on 2023, you guys. This is like the minutes are so juicy. It's so juicy. I'm sorry, Lady Luck Club. I be having to do it because they be like, she done talking about Dalton. Here we come. We right back. Okay. So look, these minutes in Thornton Township is so good. So here go Michael Smith. He's gonna kiss Tiffany Bun Buns. Mr. Smith thanks the administration for all the good things they do, such as the scholarship giveaway to college students, reaching out to seniors, having events such as Big Bingo for them to participate in. Some things that are taking place in the community should be written about because a lot of that does not get recognized. Okay, so as I've been reading these board meetings, and you guys been with me for a long time, you know how I be like, I just don't get it, and y'all have been so patient with me. I see the problem. Like, thanks for confirming to the Department of Justice, this is the problem. Shout out to Mama Hill. I see the problem. Tiffany was doing so much for the community, but let's hear what Stubbs had to say, okay? Now I get it. He says he came to encourage the board to keep doing what they're doing despite negativity, and hopefully one day the good things will be in the articles. He explains he supports Supervisor Henyard and is looking forward to continue being supportive with everything she is doing in the community and congratulate her for the wonderful job that she's doing in the township. So here go Valerie Stubbs. She stated that when you browse the Thornton Township website under events, they have hosted 8 Thornton Township events in Village of Dolton. The township and Dolton are 2 separate entities. Her question is, does the township apply for a permit to host the events in the Village of Dolton, and how can she obtain the answer on her question? And they didn't respond. Now, this is very much true. We had the House Head Fest here. We had the Gospel Fest here, right? We had Showtime at the Apollo here. We had the Father's Day barbecue here. Now, I see both sides. This is why a mayor sometimes should not be the supervisor, because they're going to favor their town. Fraser Corelli was not the mayor, but he did more in South Holland. However, I understand why, because he was a South Suburban chairman, and then the South Suburban College chairman, and Thornton Township sits in South Holland, and he lived in South Holland. So he did cater more to South Holland. I get it. It's politics, right? But also on Tiffany's side, she wanted to bring things to the village because as a resident here myself, We wasn't getting none of that. It wasn't no Taste of Thornton Township coming to Dolton. It wasn't no giveaways coming to Dolton. She kind of overdid it on Dolton. And then I have to double down and say she wasn't welcome anywhere else. Mayor Patty and Lansing wasn't rolling out the red carpet. You can't go to Markham. That mayor hates her. Can't go to Homewood. They hate her over there. The state senator, that's his area. Where he throws like the 4th of July parties and stuff like that for his people. So you can't go anywhere but Dolton. Maybe she could have went to Dixmoor, but I think she was acting a little too bougie and didn't go to Dixmoor. She could have went to Phoenix. That would have been nice. Clerk Wells is from Phoenix. She didn't do it. Thaddeus Hayter in Calumet City. She can't go over there. So she could have went to Blue Island. I don't know how the mayor feels about her there. Blue Island is the home to Angelina Jolie's mom, just so y'all know. Little history. We did a video on that. And that's in Thornton Township. She could have went to the village of Thornton, but I don't know how they feel about her over there. She really had nowhere to go. Riverdale, Mayor Cheeks didn't want anything to do with her, but Michael Smith is over there. Why she couldn't go to Riverdale? But that's an indicted mayor, so she didn't want to go over there. She had nowhere to go, y'all. Chris Clark, Harvey maybe. But was he the mayor yet? Why she didn't go to Harvey? She could have went to some places outside the municipalities, but most people hated her. So I see both sides. Hey, Lady Luck. Thank you. Big Mike. Well, we got a little more views on our content yesterday. A little more. I think they're catching on to us. So she just skipped over that. But I get what I get what Stubbs was saying. Now, remember, when Tiffany had these events in Dolton, what will happen is, that's extra pay on the village. Police, that's extra pay on the village. Clean up public works, that's overtime on the village. So I get what she's saying, okay? So then they went on to approve some bills, right? So then she went on and approved Thornton Township's Walk of Hope and authorization to expand township resources in furtherance of such support. The motion was made by Trustee Gray Everett and seconded by Trustee Jones. Trustee Gonzalez asked what the authorization part is. Supervisor Henyard explains that it means that we are going to participate in the Walk of Hope for Thornton Township through our communities and other communities as well. The goal is to get everyone on one band, one sound as it relates to movements to encourage everyone that it is okay. My head hurt because now I don't understand. I really didn't. It's more of a uplifting motivational walk. Trustee Jones stated that the hope is what everyone needs because we all go through things. He spoke on his hip replacement journey and thank God for his recovery. What? Bless your hip. Hips are hard. Hips and knees, they are hard. Did we answer Chris Gonzalez's question? Y'all, did I miss that? Trustee Gonzalez asked what the authorization part is. We done went from walking, Trustee Jones, hip, Jesus. He went on to say how hope is always something we can do to uplift our residents, and he is in support of the Walk of Hope. So you're going to vote for the Walk of Hope. Trustee Gray Everett, yes. Carlisle, yes. Jones, yes. Supervisor Henyard, yes. Trustee Gonzalez was like, pass. Y'all never answered his question. We went on to talk about bless Trustee Jones' hip. I'm glad you're okay because hip replacement is hard. Ooh, a rotor cuff? Ooh, those are hard replacements. Those joints are tough. He asked about the author. He just said, okay, I pass. So now, like these minutes, this is why in Dolton we'll never get the minutes. Because to read over this stuff, you'll be like, huh? So then Supervisor Henyard gave an overview of the past events for just the month of July, right? Okay. Of all past events from the month of July. So now this is talking about August. So look at how many events we're having. Now, I'm always gonna, when we go through this, start comparing it to the Zuccarelli, what he had event wise, too. Rest in peace. But we had the back to school slime fest. Okay. We had the youth summit scholarship banquet. That was 5 days later. We had the house head fest. Okay. Then we had a comedy show. Then Thornton Township, they won the financial responsibility for the year. That's great. Then we had Gospel Fest, Big Bingo, Senior Edge Educational Seniors, and then the Taste of Thornton. It was a lot. We did a lot in 1 month. I get it. It was a lot. Let me look at your comment. It was a lot. But she was getting the community together and engaging. You know what I mean? I'm not against it. It was, now I see what they were saying. It was a lot. The slime fest. Ooh, I bet you that was fun. Like she went, remember the Double Dare? Was that Double Dare when you got slimed? Isn't that funny? That's so cute. Yeah, the walk of hope. What did we have to go over that? I do have the minutes from that one. I did find that. The Walk of Hope Lady Luck Club. Mm-hmm. Said the minutes are a comedy show. It is. Connect the dots. Yeah, the FBI indicted mayor is getting this level of negative attention. Yeah. These minutes, y'all, I could read these all day. Like I be like, wait a minute, huh? Okay. Let's see. What was the next one? Hold on, I got one here. I saved them yesterday. Was it the road and bridge? Because this is when Trustee Gonzalez started saying no to everything. Who is K? Okay, let's go to this one because I'm a fast forward. I just want to see how many. I understand now. I'm gonna compare it because they had the color purple trip. Zuccarelli took everybody out to the Black Panther trip. I get it. So this was what we had in December. This is the meeting minutes. Trustee Gonzalez said no to everything. Y'all, I'm just going down to what we had event wise. Okay. And she did declare a national disaster. That's when we had a big flood here, y'all. It was awful for people, I think. We didn't get flooded, but yeah. We had to have, I think, what's that, FEMA come? Okay. So this is for December. We had Showtime at the Apollo for the youth, Christmas toy and food giveaway, holiday bingo, color purple trip, senior service holiday party. That was it. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Okay, and then let me get to this last one. Which one did I? Let me click this one. 8:15. No, we did that. Hold on. It's the one. I have to do this one because it shows. Remember I did the video on Doncor yesterday. You guys put a 1 if you remember. I wanted to talk about this because let me see. I had something wrong. Here we go. I got it. I didn't have anything wrong. It was something I had to. Oh man, I messed it up. Okay, here we go. So this is after Frank passes on. This connects the dots, the DOTTS. Okay. So let's go back to March 1st of 2022. Now Frank passed away in January, so all of February and most of January we had a deputy clerk, right? So this, if you guys remember, we were talking about what happened yesterday. Okay, you guys got it. Choose everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tracy. Oh, we're going to talk, Big Mike. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Lady Luck. We're going to talk about that the next. I'll bring it up. We cannot record the tea with the trustees. Nope. Okay. Yeah, we spent a lot of money, but that's what it's kind of hard for me to. I'm used to that's what happened, but it was a little bit more than usual. With something, the big bingo is what took people out. I think Tiffany was equally spending stuff at the event side, but the big bingo took people out. That's what took people out. Okay, so March 1st, 2022, and we went over the numbers of the bingo on my channel. I foiled it, so you guys can review that. March 1st, 2022. So this was because they had to reschedule the meeting. Frank is at rest, and then Deputy Supervisor Washington, she informed the board that 2 residents would like to make comments. Each took the podium to express their passion and importance of appointing a successor to fill the vacancy of our late Supervisor Frank Zuccarelli. Stay with me because this is going to even fold into what's happening today. The appointment must come from this board and be from among you. Those who were handpicked and currently sit in the seat of trustee because Frank Zuccarelli saw something in you that you may have not even seen in yourself, said Pastor William Fleshman, resident of Dolton. Do anyone know anything about Pastor William Fleshman? Because you guys have been sending me stuff all night. It's a new event, right? That, I guess, hold on, let me see. Let me go to my email. Hold on. It's a new event. Did y'all hear about a new event? Pray for Dolton. Go to my email. Who sent? I'm about to get my phone. Did you hear about the Pray for Dolton event? Let me see. Oh, y'all said so Tiffany got a billboard and Clean House has a bus. Okay. I'm not against that. I think the see that's what's seriously more effective. The bus to me. I think the billboard, I glance at it, I go home. I glance and I go home. Um, I'm not against that. I'm not against it. I think that was a little better because the bus can be parked and run around all. I think that Tiffany gets really bad advisement. I think she get like billboards are so the only billboards that work in Dolton are Top Dog Law Firm. Don't nobody really look at the billboards anymore. That's so when I was younger, I wanted a billboard so bad for my business or whatever. But nobody's looking for billboards anymore. I hate to say like who told her to get a billboard? Probably Mr. Moore. Probably Mr. Moore. Yeah. Okay, Lady Luck Club. Thank you for saying that. Where was that energy yesterday when people were talking about, oh, I wonder how Tiffany paid for her billboard. And on her billboard, it says paid for by the friends of Tiffany Henyard. Oh, well, she don't got no friends, so the residents paid for it. I be just looking like, wait a minute. So now that the Clean House campaign, they mailed out flyers. We got them in the mail yesterday. And now they have a billboard truck. It's like, oh, it's okay. That's why I can't wait for this to be over. Nobody's saying, oh, well, they paid for it with the like, come on. Come on. So now, here we go. Pray for Dolton. Service. Okay. Now you got to be part of Clean House to get prayer in Dolton, apparently, to get invited. This is Pastor Fleshman Church, who also, Pastor Fleshman, also spoke at the Clean House 2025 campaign. Pastor Fleshman also worked for Village of Dolton, and he was on the fire and police board along with Chris Gonzalez. So that's where you hear the name Pastor Fleshman, okay? Well, it says pray for Dolton, and Jason House is the D. So, what's her name? Brittany Norwood is the T. Ed Steve, wait, is Ed Steve even in here? Is that Ed Steve in the O? Is he even? Oh yeah, they couldn't. Ed Steve didn't even get his own picture. He in the O. Kiana Belcher is the L. So you. Yeah. So that's when you heard Pastor Fleshman name. He's been around for a long time. I don't think William is a pastor at all. I don't know. Brother Moore, I don't know. I heard he was very well educated though. That's what people have said to me. I don't know. You know, I don't like to say I don't like people, so I just leave it there. Because Mr. Moore, he kind of irks me, if that's a word I could use. Poor Mr. Moore. So yeah, that's where you heard Pastor Fleshman name. Okay. So let's get back to. So Pastor Fleshman has been around for a long time. Okay. A long time. So back to the conversation we had with Gardis Watts and Big Mike. If you guys are still here, that gets back to the Daily machine. We were talking about how Richard Old Man Daly, I believe. No, I have them confused. Okay, the Dailies, they used the black church for politics. And they got the black church vote, like bringing people into church, and then we're going to pray over them. We're going to pray over them for the, and then take the collection plate and then make sure that the congregation votes for them. And it's also a plus because someone like me, I'll go there to support the Clean House campaign. And then they'll ask anybody, first-time visitors. Don't you guys hate that when you go to church? Anybody in here first-time visitors? And then he gets a plus because now you got new enrollment for your church. So it's a win-win. People might not even know Pastor Fleshman Church existed there. I've visited the church before. It's pretty good. Okay. But yeah, that's when politics meet as well. Okay. That's when politics meet as well. So now it's like, okay, with no weapon form. And then it's a collection plate pass. And that's it. That's it. Yep, he should. Oh, Cynthia, he did pray at Tiffany's. And that was my thank you. Thanks for confirming to the Department of Justice. Cynthia, for the reminder. Shout out to Baba Hill. Yeah. And then he was right there praying at Tiffany's inauguration. and right there getting the church together, and right there on the Fire and Police Commission Board. You can look this up yourself. This is public knowledge. I'm only telling y'all what's going on. So now here's Pastor Fleshman right over here, right? But this is also, here he is now. Now, can we tie this in on who possibly could have brought Tiffany's name up? Okay? Because y'all love to tell me repeatedly, Berg, Zuccarelli passed away. Tiffany got in the police car, and the black car slapped on some M plates in front of it, broke through the yellow tape, went through the door, Zuccarelli body still in there. May he rest in peace. And then the next day she said, I'm gonna become trustee. What I need the rest. What happened after that? Because it took them 3 months to deliberate. So what happened after that? So let's just look. We don't know. This is just history. We're just showing what happened. So look, quote, the appointment must come from this board and be from among you. They took the vote away from the people. You guys hear that? They took the vote away from the people. This is before people were sitting in the meetings. It probably was only 2 people at the meetings, probably Gardis and Stephanie. So it says, the appointment must come from this board and be from among you. Those who were handpicked and currently sit in the seat of trustee because Frank Zuccarelli saw something in you may not seen in yourself. Say, let me see this, if this is right. Frank Zuccarelli saw something in you that you may not have even seen in yourself, said Pastor William Fleshman, resident of Dolton. Then who else? My good friend, Don Core Parker, South Holland resident, in his moment of comment expressed, these 4 trustees, and this is a quote, these 4 trustees owe it to all of us out here to go in the back room and come out here with someone victorious, no matter who it is, as long as it's one of our family members that we need to get behind for re-election and support going forward. They want what we got. We worked hard for this. Us being divided is unacceptable. Okay, Parker said. Following public comments, the next item on the agenda was reports and presentations. Deputy Supervisor Washington asked Lloyd of Public Response Group to give his presentation. Lloyd presented a well-deserved award for public affairs, public service campaign that was asked to be created by the late Supervisor Frank M. Zuccarelli concerning keeping township government. Lloyd, I can't say his last name, Buterney, thanked the township and the Board of Trustees and for giving Public Response Group the opportunity to flex a creative muscle on their behaves for all, and that's how they have it spelled, for all the support and hard work over the years. The township and board members were presented with an award. Trustee Jones commended Lloyd of the Public Response Group for their outstanding help and work over the years. Okay, so then they entertained a motion to approve the board meeting. And they had the 4 trustees, Jones, Gonzalez, Gray, Everett, and Deputy Supervisor Washington, okay? The motion carried, okay? Closed session minutes, they were approved. Old business, okay? They had to approve the bills. Let's get to the juiciness. That was approved. General Assistant was approved. Now let's keep going. Because remember, we have a deputy chief now. And guess what happened in this same meeting? Okay, they went to closed session, right? For 2 hours. They entered at 7:36. And it took them 2 hours in closed session to 9:37. This is important to you guys that are following Thornton Township because now we know why that meeting went so long to midnight. They still couldn't get it together even then. This was a month after Zuccarelli passed away. Okay. So now, following the closed session, this is why the minutes are important. Clerk Wells opened the floor for nominations to fill the vacancy of a township supervisor. Again, I repeat, you guys, this was March the 1st of 2022. Okay. Wait, do I have it right? Hold on, because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I thought this was February. No, they continued the meeting. So March the 1st of 2022. Now the infamous Tiffany meeting happened that same month when she was elected right before midnight. But look at some of the quotes that people are saying, and they couldn't even come together themselves. Okay. So then Clerk Wells opened the floor for nominations to fill the vacancy of township supervisor, right? And the vote was called. They called, here we go. Choose, you in here with me? Trustee Gonzalez nominated Assessor Cassandra Elston. Again, 2 no's. 2 yeses, Trustee Jones and Deputy Washington. Now, you guys know from our research, that's who Frank wanted to have the seat. This is public. This has been public. That's who he wanted to have the seat. Then, wait a minute. How did this happen, Choose? This can't be right. Trustee Gonzalez nominated Assessor Cassandra Elston. There was no second. So the motion failed. Oh, here we go. So nobody gave Cassandra a second. Wow. Then Washington nominated Jerry Jones. Seconded, Jerry Jones said, I'll second myself. Clerk Wells called the roll. 2 yeses. Jones, yes to self, and Washington, yes. He said yes. Then Gonzalez and Gray Everett passed. Okay. Clerk Wells entertained a motion at 9:40 to go in a closed session for the purpose to discuss the hiring, discipline, performance, compensation, and dismissal of certain personnel. So they did that. They entered at 9:42. They came out at 10:40. Wait, am I reading? No, I'm not reading the same one. Yeah. Okay. That's this was not. Okay, so then they came out another hour, 10:40. They didn't get out. Deputy Supervisor Washington informed the board that the regular meeting of the Board of Trustees will be recessed until March the 3rd at 10:55 p.m. So, yeah, that's when we finally got Tiffany. But listen to the quotes. Like, what Pastor Fleshman is his right. He's from Thornton Township. He's from Dolton. He's over there. And our friend is over there, Mr. Parker. Okay. The motion was made by Trustee Gray Everett, seconded by Trustee Washington. No questions or comments. Clerk Wells called the roll, and the motion carried. 10:55. So they were fighting amongst each other still, and Chris went back and nominated Miss Cassandra 3 times. 3 times. Yeah. He was mentoring Zuccarelli. Was mentoring Cassandra for the supervisor position. He sure was. Lady Luck Club. Isn't that a great question? And we say here, now this is a rumor. We don't know this to be true. We like to deal with facts, but we do talk amongst ourselves. Because they thought they could control Tiffany. And they got what I ain't trying to be funny, but they got what they asked for, child. Oh, they didn't get Cassandra. So let's just go right quick to the Fire and Police Commission board right here. Look at all these people. Conveniently, March 24th in Dolton. All of a sudden, this new board is created. You know what? I think it was them. They didn't have any sound. Let me go back. Could y'all hear that? I couldn't hear that. Let me go back. Let's just look at who got on this police and fire commission out of nowhere. Police report. There's no police. You said right. AM 10:23 AM. Oh, it's been a long. You know, hold on. Y'all can say what you want about Stan Brown, but Stan Brown know he can wear a suit. Hold on, let's go. Now look at this. All of a sudden, this new board is just pops up. And who's on there? Right after Tiffany.
on Martin Luther King Drive on this Monday, April the 4th at 10:23 a.m. p.m.
No, you said it right. A.m.
10:23 a.m. Boy, it's been a long weekend. Babysit kind of throw my time off. At this time here, could we call the roll?
Stanley Brown.
Present.
William Fleshman.
Present.
Chris Gonzalez.
Present.
And Philip Williams, present.
There go Pastor Fleshman again. He's from Dolton. It's his right. Chris, at that time, he wasn't from Dolton. Oh, I don't know if he changed, but I think he was from Calumet City. So he's not of Dolton, so I don't know why he was on the board. And he, to his credit, he resigned after that. This is interesting. These minutes, man, let me tell you. These minutes, baby. These minutes are something else. So let's see what happened after that. Because they couldn't. So we're thinking that they had only came up with this decision that day and they kept on nominating people. No, they was going back and forth for over 58 days. And still they couldn't even vote amongst each other. So I'm with Lady Luck. How did it become Tiffany when we know timestamp? So it happened in my my Shay and Choose voice. Now we know for a fact let's go here. We know for a fact out of Tiffany's own mouth, out of her own mouth, we're not lying on nobody. We're not lying on the late Frank Ziccarelli. We're not lying on anybody. Out their own mouth. I think this is a good video. Let's do this.
Business proposition. I'm gonna take care of you.
I nominate Tiffany Hanyard for township supervisor.
You are making a mockery out of this for real. This is not a joke. This is ridiculous.
So I asked y'all to identify that voice. You know what a lot of y'all told me? Y'all told me that was Cassandra that said that. I can't prove that. That said y'all making a mockery out of this.
Trustee Jones?
Yes.
Trustee Gonzalez?
Yes.
Trustee Gray Everett?
Yes.
Security, yes. But you have to sign the warrant, and then she's got to take the oath. Okay, in 9 minutes. Let's go.
Put your hands together for your new township supervisor, Tiffany Hanyard.
How can she do that?
Y'all can have
out of bed, baby. Y'all can have that
Wow. That's in the books. That's dope. Wow. I did not see that coming. Wow.
I don't know, the mayor gets to say something.
Right.
I've already done mine.
Well, I want to say congratulations to my good friend, Cassandra. I love her to death. I want her to have the very best 4 years. And y'all make sure y'all watch out for her. Stay tuned. We got her. And then Frank Zuccarelli, I want to say congratulations to you. I'm praying that you're molding someone to take over next. Yeah, but like think about that. And thank you for all your support.
Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. Back in the day, going old school, it used to be one only newspaper that was there, news outlet, and that's the Lansing Journal. They were following the Thornton Township meetings, and they were there when Tiffany Henyard got appointed. So I want to shout out to them. You know, it was a thing before we came along with our selfie sticks and our cell phones and our vlogging days. So shout out to them for following through every time. So you guys, this will be a series because I'm really intrigued about how the relationships broke within the Thornton Township. It was such long-standing relationships, and it just went downhill. So this is just a short video, but I know a lot of people had commented on the part 1 of this video about how Tiffany possibly backstabbed Miss Cassandra Elston. I've been intrigued by the Thornton Township minutes of the meetings, and it's a lot of things you'll find in those minutes. Clerk Wells did an amazing job. Thank you so much. But I want to talk about how Miss Elston, who we saw publicly, numerous people said Frank Zuccarelli was putting her in position after he retired to become the next supervisor, allegedly. Let's go to that nomination night. Number 1, the first nomination was Miss Cassandra Elston, and guess who made it? The person that I'm guilty as well. We blame all the time Chris Gonzalez. Chris Gonzalez nominated Cassandra Elston. Trustee Gray Everett seconded, and then the votes were called. Jerry Jones abstained. Trustee Gonzalez said yes. Trustee Gray Everett said yes, and Trustee Washington, may she rest in peace, as well as Frank Zuccarelli, said no. Okay? Then, all of a sudden, so that motion failed. So Washington, let's not even go through all that. Let's go to the next one. So the third nomination of the night was Gonzalez nominated Elston again. But the nomination was overlooked because of the discussion about going into closed session because it was getting close to midnight and they could not come with a decision. So a motion. Okay, let's get back to this. So we already know this history. What happened that night. Let's go back to the minutes to see what happened in between time, okay? So, oh no, this is after she, wait. So what happened? Let me see. What happened? What date was this? Hold on, I got it confused. We talked about, so this is March 8th. March 3rd. Let's go there. Okay. Let's go to March 3rd. All right, here we go. And thanks for sticking with me, you guys. So this is before anything. So this was reconvened from the March 1st meeting, right? So following the Pledge of Allegiance, it went to Clerk Wells entertain a motion at 10:55 p.m. to go on a closed session, okay, for the purpose to discuss hiring, discipline, performance, and all of that stuff. Closed session ended at 11:14 p.m. Clerk Wells entertained a motion to reconvene from closed session at 11:14 the motion was made by Deputy Supervisor Washington, and then seconded by Chris Gonzalez. Hold on, guys. Let me put my. Okay. Okay. Yep. So now, Lady Luck, we're in March. We're on March the 3rd now. So this is after Fleshman and Doncor spoke, right? So then this is another day. So she entertained a motion to reconvene from closed session at 11:14 p.m. The motion was made by Deputy Supervisor Washington, seconded by Trustee Gonzalez. There being no questions or comments, call the roll. Everybody said okay. Then Clerk Wells opened the floor for nominations to fill the vacancy of Thornton Township Supervisor and approved the warrant of appointment. Here we go again. Choose you with me. This is so not only did he say that on the 1st, he said it on the 3rd. Here go your boy Chris again. Trustee Gonzalez motion to nominate Assessor Cassandra W. Elston, seconded by Trustee Gray Everett. Clerk Wells called the roll. Here we go. Gonzalez and Gray Everett said yes. Trustee Jones and Washington, the deputy supervisor, and she has been long time. I wonder what the beef was, or did she just went with it, whatever Jones said? Because the thing about Trustee Washington, may she rest in peace, she rolled with Zuccarelli the longest. So here go Trustee Washington. She motioned it to nominate Trustee Jerry Jones for the township supervisor. Seconded, Trustee Jones, he gonna nominate himself if he don't do nothing else. We called the roll. So 2 yeses, Trustee Jones and Deputy Washington, 2 noes. Trustee Gonzalez and Gray Everett, and then we needed a tiebreaker, and guess who that was? Clerk Wells. She said no. Trustee Gonzalez motioned to nominate Assessor Cassandra W. Elson. The nomination was overlooked. There we go. Okay. So now it's 11:25, 11:40. You guys, you know what happened. So Clerk Wells, they went amongst themselves and nobody voted. So then they opened the floor. Okay. Trustee Jones motioned to nominate Napoleon Harris. No one seconded. Okay. We keep on going. They kept on trying to get our girl Cassandra in there. Then they went on to nominate Tiffany Henyard. Clerk Wells called the roll. And 11:58 p.m., here we go. She was the supervisor. So let's go to the 8th. This is Tiffany's first day as Thornton Township supervisor. This is pretty good. Who's the first person that gets up there? Nate Fields. He mistakenly signed the incorrect sign-in book, but expressed that this must be a sign from God that he should say something. Nate Fields addressed the board. This is a start of a fresh beginning. I have faith in our board. Tiffany, I'm happy for you. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for all of us. I think we should move forward. I'm humbled to be here in this moment and look forward to continue work with you all in the future. Before we continue with the regular business, Supervisor Henyard expressed her honor to be appointed as our new supervisor. She thanks everyone for their support, always uplifting her, and she's aware that she has big shoes to fill. She will not let us down, so thank you for this great opportunity. I pledge to the residents of Thornton Township, the elected officials, and the Board of Trustees and the entire staff that I will work hard and have an honest, responsible, and fiscal year. And I also pledge to remember that I am a public server. I will always keep the people first. So thank you again. Okay. So then she went on to approve the minutes. 5 yes. They went on to approve the bills from the general fund. 5 yes. Then they went on to approve the general assistant fund. 5 yes. No, she had all affirmative votes, right? Road and bridge fund. 5 yes. Personnel, none of that. Then guess what happened, y'all? Supervisor Henyard entertained, this her first day. She entertained a motion to approve appointment of full-time counsel. Attorney James Buscelli of the Delgado Group. Okay, y'all listening? Yeah, I think you're right, Cynthia. That's how it was. So look, let's keep going. So she hired the Delgado Group over there. Okay? Delgado was over here. She brought them over there. The motion was made by Trustee Jones, seconded by Trustee Gray Everett. We called the roll. Trustee Jones, yes. Gonzalez, yes. Gray Everett, yes. Washington, yes. Supervisor Hilliard, yes. Tiffany Jaworski, Nelson Jaworski, she's still from the Delgado Group, and she over everything. Delgado's still making money. So then Supervisor Hilliard entertained a motion to approve hiring of communications and media advisor, Nikita McGraw. Okay, who we know as Dr. Cloud. Now, she was already in Dolton as chief of staff, and Tiffany said, let me go ahead and hire her over here. Interesting. Intergovernmental liaison Marshawn Talbert and senior advisor Keith Freeman. Now, I don't know who Marshawn is, but I know who Keith Freeman is, right? Keith Freeman was already over there. They brought him over here in Thornton Township. The motion was made by Trustee Jones, seconded by Washington. Like Cynthia said, Jones and Washington go together. There were no questions or comments. Call the roll. Who said yes? Who said yes? Trustee Jones, yes. Gonzalez, yes. Gray Everett, yes. Washington, yes. And Supervisor Hilliard. Interesting. So can we blame Tiffany for just everything? Well, she's a supervisor, yeah. You know, if you're in charge, you're going to get the blame. But could they have said no? Yeah. It's your first day in office and you'd have hired 6 people. Because let the story be told, didn't they just, she got hired, she sat in the check, the seat, she spun around like Dr. Evil, then her and Andrew Holmes and Keith Freeman came through with clipboards and said, you gone, you gone, you gone. That's the story we heard. Okay? Not all this hiring and it's passed by the boards. Now, I don't know about that. Supervisor Hilliard entertained a motion to go in closed session to discuss the hiring, discipline, performance, compensation, and dismissal of certain personnel, acquisition of real property, matters pending, probable, or imminent litigation. The motion was made by Trustee Washington. Here go your favorite people, Cynthia. They gonna say yes. Seconded by Trustee Jones. Call the roll. They said yes. They went in, and 25 minutes later came out. Supervisor Hilliard, she wanted to reconvene the meeting. So now they fired Attorney Cusper. He was thankful for all the years. Attorney Cusper wishes everyone good luck and submits his resignation. Y'all got rid of the lawyer. Anybody here with me? Hit. Don't even hit the. I don't even go. Yeah, the head coach is always to blame. Why didn't the trustees do a special election or caucus? They said they're going to take it from the people. They never even asked questions about it. Look, listen to this, Lady Luck. This is why I'm like, these minutes, man. It took them 25 minutes to get rid of Attorney Cusper and everybody else. Attorney Cusper addressed the board and the crowd, expressing his time working with Supervisor Zuccarelli. He gives his heartfelt thanks for all the years. Attorney Cusper wishes everyone good luck and submits his resignation. Sorry, y'all. Go ahead and try to just hold on. Okay. Trustee Jones honors Trustee Joyce Washington for 25 years of service as trustee, and then following January 3rd, being the first African-American deputy supervisor, and presented her with flowers. Trustee Washington thanked the board and expressed her thanks and love to the audience. Trustee Gonzalez thanked Joyce for her service, and the rest of the board mentions that he looked forward to working with everyone. Okay. Supervisor Henry entertained a motion to adjourn a meeting, and they said okay. Okay. It took them 25 minutes to hire and fire. Look, dude, the other lawyer was like, good luck. He was like, good day. Y'all can have that, baby. You can have that. But didn't it say they went into closed session the night Tiffany got appointed about firings? They did. Oh, we're all here with you. This is something else. That's why I'm asking about the closed session about firing the night of the appointment. Wow. Clerk Wells is very detailed. I agree. Somebody told her who she was going to go in there for. And then I guess we can go back to Conscious stuff, and we have to be fair. Go back to Conscious where she broke down the board, the donations. Didn't the Delgado group donate to Friends of Tiffany Henyard? So it's all like the same thing. And he was already over here with us. So now he's on lock over there. Okay, now let's go back. So that was the 8th. So then the next meeting is the 22nd, y'all. So this is Tiffany's second meeting. Y'all, this could be like, anybody have is it ASMR? Somebody could do ASMR to these board meetings. Longtime resident of South Holland, Hank Michael neighbor of Frank Zuccarelli, stood to address the public. Frank did a fantastic job. He congratulated Supervisor Henyard on her appointment. Hank explained he hadn't seen Frank in a while, but he planned to have a conversation with Frank concerning who are you grooming to take over. But he never got to that point. He explains, with all with all due respect, this is a full-time job and I wish you well. He suggested, I think the board should reevaluate the compensation as a taxpayer. A certain base salary, but a decent salary. When you do a good job, you're going to be rewarded. Get out, register to vote, and I wish you all well. I guess he was speaking on Supervisor Henyard, because I think she got that's Frank's salary, right? That $250,000 a year. But it was in the bylaws. Just like I said, it's the same with Carmen Carlisle. When Joyce Washington was the highest paid trustee there, Carmen Carlisle gets her salary now. It's in the ordinance. Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to approve the minutes. Gray Everett was missing. Okay, so what happened here? Okay. Supervisor entertained a motion to approve minutes of the reconvened Board of Trustees meeting held March the 3rd, 2022 at 10:50 p.m. The motion was made by Trustee Gonzalez and seconded by Supervisor Henyard. There being no questions or comments, Supervisor Henyard asked Clerk Wells to call the roll. The roll was yes to Trustee and Supervisor Henyard. Trustee Gonzalez and Supervisor Henyard said yes. Then Trustee, here go your people. Here go your people together. Trustee Jones and Washington, they passed. Okay, they didn't want, okay. Wow. So then Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to approve minutes of the regular Board of Trustees meeting held March the 8th at 7 p.m. The motion was made by Trustee Gonzalez and seconded by Supervisor Henyard. There being no questions or comments. Now see, Trustee Gonzalez and Henyard, they're getting along here, you guys. This is only her second meeting, and Clerk Wells called the roll. So yes, Trustee Gonzalez and Supervisor Henyard, no, or pass. Trustee Jones and Washington. Why didn't they want to approve the minutes? We just read the minutes. Was it the votes? Did something happen like Chu said in those closed sessions? Trustee Jones and Washington would not approve the minutes. Very interesting. What y'all think? Why not? So then she went on to approve bills in general fund. Everyone said yes. Supervisor wanted to approve general assistant fund. They said yes. Of course, Darlene was absent. She did the road and bridge fund. They said yes. Okay. New business. Okay. So Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to ratify the phone poll conducted on March the 8th to approve a resolution authorizing Thornton Township participation in the 2022 program year Cook County Community Development Block Grant Program. Project Street Resurfacing Program. The motion was made by Trustee Washington, seconded by Trustee Gonzalez. Trustee Jones asked if there were certain streets that needed resurfacing, or is this just in general? Highway Commissioner DePue stated there are 5 different roads that need repaving. The grant money will help complete this. The roads have been sitting for a long time and it's long overdue. They called the roll. Everybody said yes. So then Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to ratify the phone poll conducted on March the 11th, 2022, to approve a resolution authorizing Thornton Township participation in the 2022 program year Cook County Community Development Block Grant Program, the Harvey Food Pantry. The motion was made by Trustee Washington, seconded by Trustee Gonzalez. Trustee Jones asked for more information on this project. Finance Director Robert Hunt explained that the pantry needs an expansion for purposes of including a grocery store, like a shopping expense for residents called the Z-Mart. Called the Z-Mart. We are very excited about this project. There being no further questions or comments, Supervisor Henyard asked Clerk Wells call the roll. Okay, 5 yeses. The Z-Mart. Did that ever open, you guys? Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to approve April 12, 2022. What? Wyoming? What? Ooh, prayers there. Okay, so they called the roll. Okay. So then, here we go. Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to terminate Jessica Jones, HR Assistant Manager. The motion was made by Trustee Jones, seconded by Washington. All 5 said, yeah, Jessica, you out of here. Okay. Supervisor Henyard entertained a motion to terminate Stephanie Wiedemann, Executive Assistant to the Supervisor. The motion was made by Trustee Jones, seconded by Trustee Washington. There being no questions or comments. 4 yeses, Trustee Jones, Gray Everett, Washington, and Supervisor Henyard. 1 no, Trustee Gonzalez. Okay. That was her second day there. Okay. I mean, her second day in a board meeting. Y'all, this stuff, it goes on and on and on. But all of this stuff passed through the township. And I think the only difference is we have minutes to prove it, right? You have minutes to prove it. Your FOIAs are getting answered over there. We're in Dolton. Your FOIAs never get answered, and we have no minutes. So you can't prove anything. You're just taking what they're saying with a grain of salt. And it's also the burden of proof. It is in Tiffany's corner because she doesn't give us any information. So we only have one-sided information. So that's her fault. You know what I mean? You keep on saying you'll give us the receipts. Give them. Give what you can. I know you have cases with some people, but give what you can. Look at this whole thing with the spa. They went to the spa on the taxpayer dollars. $14,000. Tiffany didn't go on this trip. They had little cucumbers on their eyes, nails and toes done, and the taxpayers paid for it. Nobody's saying anything about it. But if Tiffany had went to the spa, pray for Dolton. It would be a march. Talking about a march on Selma. It'd be a march at Tip Top Nails. Okay? It would be a mess. It would be a total mess. So yeah, you have to look at all of that stuff. Like all of this stuff. Like really look. Like really look at these minutes. We don't have nothing to look at in Dolton. We don't have nothing. Hey, reality check. Again, that closed session about fires before Tiffany was appointed is really interesting. I think that's probably why they didn't want to approve the minutes. Because they didn't approve the minutes from the 3rd. That was the night, right? This is interesting. I'm not gonna go over there. I'm not gonna go there. No, I don't think they do. But they come out and they have to tell us about what happened in the closed session. Reality check. I hope you're enjoying vacation. All right, you guys, it's been amazing. We've been long-winded. I really enjoyed this time with you. I'm looking forward to seeing that business open. I just wanted to give you a little feedback. I am very excited to see the Lori Lightfoot report. Not really. I want to see if Tiffany shows up. I would. If you're going to have to talk about me in the room. I'd show up.
Can I be recognized, Mayor?
You want to be long-winded? I'm just asking.
All right, you guys. I appreciate. Oh yeah, Choose is right. Choose is right. She said, "I agree, but this is what they've been doing." Delgado, Bird, Murphy. They've been doing this for years. Jason mentioned motion to fire Bert only for him to be. This is very true. Hey, Choose. Have you seen the latest Sauk Village board meeting? It mirrors exactly what happened in Dolton to the T. To the T. And people was getting thrown off the ballot over there too. It is crazy. Just the news cameras just aren't there yet, but it's crazy over there in Sauk Village. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. I'll catch you later. Bye.